All right, so Floyd Mayweather not done just yet. TMZ Sports has learned that Mayweather is returning to the boxing ring to take on dangerous Don Moore May 14th on a helicopter landing pad in Dubai. Shannon, you looking forward to watching it?
What's good, family? So mash the like button, subscribe, and lick off the bell. So we got some more breaking news right now regarding your man's Floyd going through it, Mayweather. And it's bad news for Mayweather man fans. I'm actually shocked as well. I'm mainly shocked because this shows you how broke as a joke Floyd really is. And like I said, it's worse than I thought. Now, here we go, Sky Sports. This news broke in the last 24 hours. Floyd Mayweather is now set for shock return to boxing in exhibition fight on Burj Al Arab Hotel helipad. Floyd Mayweather's last fight was an 8-round exhibition against Logan "Chokegun" Paul. Floyd Mayweather is reportedly set for a shock return to the ring in an 8-round exhibition fight against Don Moore next month. Now, there you go. I'm not going to go into the rest of the article, but this is truly shocking. Why is it shocking? Well, the opponent. Yeah, Floyd Mayweather's career, he's been fighting all of these big kind of celebrity names, which makes sense commercially speaking. Logan, Chokegun, McTapper, big money paydays, or relatively big money paydays. Now though, we see the bar for Floyd has fell off a cliff. Why? Well, from what I'm hearing is, Floyd couldn't look after he has failed to pay Logan. Listen, in LA and Las Vegas, they're small markets. Word gets around. And when your name becomes trash, when you're known for not paying bills and not paying debts, the whole celebrity class won't work with you. Yeah. So when it got out that Logan Paul hasn't been paid, well, guess what? Floyd can't fight. Floyd can't fight and or rip off any big celebrity. So now, Floyd's fallen to fighting and then ripping off his own stable. This Don Moore cat is someone who's trained with Floyd. I believe one of Floyd's sparring partners or something in the past. So Floyd's actually sparring in an exhibition, one of his sparring partners. Now, I've been around boxing for 10 years, and I'm telling you now, even I've never heard of Don Moore. And this shows you how down bad. And Don Moore in his own career was a journeyman. Never been world champion. And this shows you how down bad Floyd is. He's literally scraping the bucket with this one. The whole point of exhibitions were to be like in entertainment fights. Oh, big name versus big name. Celebrity versus celebrity. We've got Floyd versus his old, washed up, never no good sparring partner that no one knows. I like to think I'm I'm a relative boxing hardcore fan, in as much as knowing about the history and the politics of the sport. But when I tell you, I haven't got a clue who his opponent is. Imagine the complete casual. No one knows about this fight, so it begs the question: how much is Floyd even getting paid for it? Pennies, you'd have thought. So, again, that then leads to the question, why is Floyd fighting a man who's unknown for pennies? Oops. He broke, as a joke. Because like I said, no one, in this game, knowing how tight the celebrity culture is, no one doesn't pay people unless they're flat broke. Because, wait there a minute, if I don't pay Logan Paul his money, I'm done working in this town. And because of the global nature of the world, it's not like the 1800s where word travelled on horseback and you could move to a different state and be safe. The international nature and the global nature of the internet, when Logan exposed it, there isn't one celebrity that will work with Floyd now. And that's why he's fighting some. That's why he has to fight someone in-house and promise the guy, yeah, I'm going to pay you 500 grand. He ain't getting nothing. And I'm hearing Floyd's only making $1 million himself. Floyd's making $1 million. His opponent's supposed to make couple hundred grand, and Floyd ain't gonna pay nothing. He can take the mill. He need it bad, and that shows you how down bad Floyd is. Floyd's gone from fighting for 100 mil allegedly to now he's fighting in some hotel, some back room. Floyd's fighting in some motel car park, which they call in a helipad. But in reality, I've seen the photos. What they've done is they've taken a car park here and they've basically drawn a big H in white paint to imply it's a helipad. In reality, it's just a motel car parking space. Yeah, 100%. A motel car park. Floyd Mayweather is fighting in a motel in Dubai. A Dubai motel with a big H in the middle. Trying to make out, oh man, you know, I came in on my heli. No, you didn't. You're fighting in a motel car park, Floyd. Stop capping. You're fighting some guy that ain't no one heard of. Your old sparring partner. Yeah, that's what you're doing. I bet you're gonna do this. You ain't gonna do nothing. Is what you ain't gonna do. You're flat broke, and that's the end of that. You've bumped Logan. Your name is now trash. You can't sucker in any more big name celebrities. Because don't forget, people, you've got a short memory. It was only 3 months ago, yeah. Floyd's name was linked to Money Kicks. Money Kicks is the Dubai guy who, like a rich kid, rich daddy's boy, and that was supposed to be a big fight, in as much as entertainer versus entertainer, big fight. But that fight fell through because Logan Paul, there's a video of Logan Paul calling Money Kicks and telling him, don't fight Mayweather, he plays dirty and he hasn't paid me. So do you think it's a coincidence? Floyd's supposed to fight in, don't forget as well, the Money Kicks fight was supposed to be announced 3 months ago. Then it went quiet. What's happened is, Money Kicks is pulled out when he couldn't get escrow assurances of the cash. And that's why Floyd's now had to bring in this random ass dude from the hood who don't know no better. Yeah, super cheap. But again, it shows you how desperate Floyd is. If Floyd had money, he'd say, you know what? Well, if Floyd had money, he'd have paid Logan, that's the first thing. And he wouldn't be in this problem. But like I said, really, if Floyd had money, he'd have paid Money Kicks and said, you know what, let's get the Money Kicks fight on. I've paid Logan, and now it's me versus Money Kicks. Why would you bring in some random dude no one's ever heard of? Don't make no sense, unless you're flat broke, and you can only scam people who are close to you, or former friends. Oh yeah, it makes no sense, I'm sorry, it makes no sense. I mean, think of it from Floyd's dignity's point of view. Floyd says things like, oh, people say I'm broke, but what's wrong with me just making some money? Listen, Floyd, there's levels to this game. If you've made the money, yeah, that you say you've made, $1 billion, that works out like 100 mil a year in cash you can make from dividends, from different investments, from real, that's only 10%. A 10% return is decent, but it's pretty average, pretty standard, really. Especially at the top level. So that's 100 mil a year. That's 10 mil a month. Why would a man who's making 10 mil a month want to fly to Dubai and fight some... It looks bad. Do you understand? Floyd versus Logan's one thing. It's big name versus big name. You can get away with that. But why would Floyd be... This massively lowers his perceived value. This looks desperate. This reminds me of fighters who get washed and they go from fighting on big cards for world titles against big names to just random dudes. And for example, Roy Jones. Roy Jones went from the very top, and then a few years ago he was getting knocked out of the ring by some dude we've never heard of. This is what this is like. The difference is Floyd does have some brains, because at least Floyd knows he won't be getting knocked out of the ring. That's the only difference here. We know Roy Jones went broke, but all their man go broke. So it's no surprise here. The difference is, though, Floyd's whole legacy is based on money. Oh man, I'm money. You broke. You Floyd broke Mayweather. And I don't want to hear no more about it. You flat broke. That's the only conclusion to be made. He going through it right now. Where did you find this guy? Don Moore. He looked about 50-year-old himself. I mean, it was bad enough here when Floyd was fighting these young celebrities. Now he's fighting old, unknown bum dons. Damn, it's bad. He going all the way through it. Wow.